Hello. Oh, welcome to Growing with Grandpa. Thanks for coming along. If you've been and watched our videos before, well, welcome back. We'd love to see you keep coming back. If you're new, well, I hope you enjoy our videos. If you do enjoy our videos, please give them a little thumbs up, won't you? Oh, and subscribe as well, and you'll see all our videos then. I was just looking at this little basket here, because a few months or a few weeks ago, I don't know if you see, if you scroll back on our videos, you'll see we did a little project. It was mainly for children and for beginners, but this was to grow salads and carrots, and we got some beetroot there and a tomato in a hanging basket. Now, hanging baskets aren't really ideal for growing things like this, but we've already picked quite a lot of lettuce leaves from there for our salads, and you can have beetroot leaves in your salad as well. They taste quite nice, but then you'll get some little baby beetroot in there as well. So that was a nice little project, and I was just checking on it. But at the moment, we've got things needing harvesting, but things are slowing down a little bit on the vegetable patch right now, because we picked, if you go back again on our videos, you see we've been picking loads and loads of crops recently, but it's now the middle of August. We'll get towards the end of August, I suppose, and things are slowing down. But the sweet corn, that's an exciting time of year. And also, I've still got some potatoes left, one bag of potatoes. I don't grow potatoes in the vegetable patch because it's only small, and I like to keep for the other crops. So I grow new potatoes, or second early potatoes, in bags. We had 3 bags, but I got 1 bag left that I kept, and I'll show you in a few minutes' time. We'll harvest and see how many we get from that bag of potatoes. But it's sweet corn time as well, and sweet corn, I look forward to this every year. Sometimes they can be a little bit difficult, people think, but they're usually okay. Last year we had a little bit of a problem with pollination, but I'll show you how to know if your sweet corn are ready to pick. Now, I have noticed that our pollination has been good this year, and I can tell because all these little kernels, or the little individual pieces of corn, you know, like when you eat the corn, you had the little individual pieces. Now, each of them have been pollinated this year, which is good. So, but I'll show you if the corn is ready to pick. Now, if you come in close, Mr. Cameraman, I'm going to pierce one of these little kernels here. And you watch. Now, if that runs clear, the liquid out of that, like a water, then it's not ready. But if it's sort of milky, can you see that? Now that, look, on my knife, can you see that is milky? That substance on there, that's a milky something that's just ready to pick. So that means that that one's ready. Well, you can take that off, put that in the pot. Well, that's lovely. Now, the reason these sweet corn are so lovely when you eat them fresh, this is a little one. I've had a big one off that plant. We've got some bigger ones over here, I'll show you. But the reason they're so gorgeous when you eat them is because the natural sugars in there will turn to starch when they've been left off the plant for some time. So if you pick them and put them in the pan and eat them within a few minutes or an hour or so, that's great because all the sugars are so sweet. Now, I was talking about pollination. These are the flowers. They give off the pollen. I was a little bit worried this year because some of my plants produced pollen. It's like a dust that comes from here. It's all gone now. But they produced pollen before the corn cobs had started to grow, and I was a bit worried. But what I did do is I did help, when the corn cobs arrived, I did help them get pollinate a bit, because you grow them in a block, you see, all close together, so when the wind blows, the pollen falls down onto these things that are called silks. These things are called silks. They come out the top of the cob, and that pollen has to hit those silks for the corn to pollinate. Now, can you see here? This is the silks here. They turn brown now, which means they're probably ready for picking. But I won't pick that one just yet. And these ones here, you see. Now, each of those silks is attached to one of the kernels of corn. And so we need the pollen to go on those silks to make sure they pollinate. And what I did with a couple of them, I broke a little one of these off when it was laden with pollen and just brushed it on there to give it a helping hand. But I think I've made a little mistake today, this year. Here I am. Oh, got my cap on the normal way today. I'm sometimes trying to get down with the trendy people, you know, you youngsters in your 30s and 40s and 50s. I try to be trendy and I say, what's up? get down there. They can get down, but I do struggle to get back up these days. I know I'm a bit bonkers, and I talks to me plants sometimes as well, which helps them grow. I know people think I'm crackers, but sweet corn are really worth growing because they are such a gorgeous taste, and they are so much better than what you buy in the shops, because in the shops they're sitting on the shelf for days and days and in a lorry, and of course the sugars, the natural sugars, turn to starch. Well, we're going to go over here now and have a look at this last sack of potatoes, bag of potatoes, to see what you can get from a bag of potatoes. Here we are. Now, this is a small bag. I put 3 tubers, 3 seed potatoes in each bag. And I'm going to tip, you're going to come over here, cameraman. Don't fall over the fence, will you? Now, I'm going to tip these out on here. Are you ready? We'll tip them out. Now, this is 3 tubers right here. And my granddaughter, she loves going through the bags and finding them. What I usually do is, because it's just me and Grandma most of the time, some of the bags, we just rummage through them and pick a few at a time. But this bag, I'm going to harvest the whole lot in one go. Now, look at that. That's a small bag, but can you see how many potatoes you can get? That's the old seed potato. That goes all rotten and mouldy. That just dies off. That's yucky, isn't it? But there were 3 in this bag. Might have been 2. No, I think there was 3 in this bag. But look at that. Can you see? Some are bigger than others. But that's just a little bag filled with compost. If you follow me next year, I'll show you right from when we're planting them how to do it. And they're very easy to grow potatoes, and they taste beautiful. This particular one is a second early variety called Nicola. I do like to grow one called Anya as well, which are sort of knobbly. They're a lovely salad potato, but I've not been able to find them in recent years, last couple of years. There's some more seed. Yeah, there must have been 3, because I found 3 mouldy old seed potatoes. But there we are. I'll keep rummaging through there. The foliage had died back, and it was nearly all dead, the foliage, the leaves, that is. So that shows you that they are finished growing now and ready to pick. Well, thanks very much for coming. Don't forget, please do subscribe to the channel, and I hope you're enjoying what you see. Leave us a little comment. You can even come and see me on Facebook. That's at Growing with Grandpa, or on Instagram at growing_with_grandpa. We're not seeing Archie today. He's having a little rest at the moment. He's sleeping, but Archie, our little pup, if you haven't seen him before, he'll be in a lot of our videos. He's getting cheekier by the day, but he's a lovely little fella. So, thanks very much for coming. Don't forget to subscribe. See you later. What's up?